Hello, this is Lisa Gail again, and tonight I'm going to talk about part 2 of specific praying. And I just still had some things that I wanted to share with you that I don't want you to miss. And so the rest of the things that I'm going to go over with you is, there were times that I have prayed for people to have right thinking. To make right choices. There's been times in my life that I've prayed for my addiction to food, and I have said, Lord, help me to lose my desire for food. And I've also prayed for my children to desire a relationship with God. Or if somebody in my family that does not have a relationship with God, I pray for them to have a desire to have a relationship with God. And then another thing I do is if sometimes you feel like God isn't listening to you, or you just don't see anything, I will ask God to show me that He's working in my life, and ask Him in specific ways. Maybe it's my husband's job that I'm praying for, and I will ask Him to show me, that He's working in that area. In Exodus 33:18, Moses asked God to show him His glory. And after we did that study in BSF, I began sometimes to ask God to show me His glory. And also pray for anointing. Like my husband is in sales, and so I will pray for him to be anointed in sales. And then I will pray that God brings him favor, and then I will say, will you bring him top dollar contracts with 5-year contracts from the north, south, east, and the west. And I talk to God and say, you're the God Almighty, and we don't know where these sales are coming from, but you do, and we trust you. And we just pray, for provisions, to bless the provisions. And also I pray for godly influence for some members of our family, for God to bring godly influence into their lives, to break strongholds, break soul ties, to break generational sin, and to start new blessings and new beginnings in our lives that will be blessings in God's will. And there's lots of times too I will pray the prayer of Jabez, and that is in 1 Chronicles 4:10, where he asked God to bless him, and God granted that. And so I will say, bless me, O Lord, indeed, and lay your hand upon me so that Satan cannot come near us. There are times in our lives that Satan robs us of our wealth, our health, whatever it is. And sometimes, he does a lot of it. And so during those times, I will pray the sevenfold return, to make that claim that Satan has robbed us of our health, and that we claim a sevenfold return on what he has robbed us from. In the verse that I want to leave you with today is Luke 11:9. Ask and it will be given. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened unto you. Also, I wanted to talk about, there have been times in my life where I've had a hard time praying. I think all of us go through this at times. But I just wanted to let you know that during those times I could sing. And so I would just play praise and worship music all the time and just sing with that, sing praises to Jesus when there were times that I just could not pray. And so anyway, I just want to say thank you for listening today, and I just pray blessings upon you, and that God will bless you in your prayer life, and that He will start showing you new beginnings and new answered prayers from these specific prayers, and that you will begin to have a closer, more intimate relationship with Him because of it. I love you, and thank you so much.